listen to reason? Will you open your eyes? It's a wonder what you'll find with an open mind. You may be surprised. Yeah, gotta get away from this illusion for the sake of the world. Let's do it.
Stotch.
Hi. Hi, Jan. Hi, Russell. I have an important question.
Okay.
I tried to ask this last time I called, but I think the one host got mad at me because he seemed frustrated and his eyebrows were going a mile a minute, and he hung up on me.
Was that me?
So that wasn't you. You were pretty cool.
All right. Thanks.
And,
I do remember being frustrated with you, so watch
okay,
it.
but you acted very, very civilized.
Okay, thank you.
But okay, I'm a very curious fellow, and I like go searching for the answers to things. And I go out sometimes to haunted houses and other places to have like that have supernatural occurrences. And like I told you the one time, I met a troll in Norway.
Right, a troll named Troll.
and and I saw ghosts too, several ghosts sometimes on my adventures. And I'm not really a religious person actually, but I do believe in God. And
Right, and trolls.
Yeah.
But the main reason I believe in God though is because of creation. And can I ask you guys, if you don't believe in God, then how do you explain? Like, this is the one thing that really gets me. If you don't believe in God, then how do you explain how everything just came from nothing? Do you think it came from nothing, or do you think there was something that was always here? Like, I'm just curious to know what you guys think.
Before we go off on that, I mean, you know, while you're in the process of investigating this stuff and looking into the answers, do you ever go to, like, mainstream scientific publications to try to figure out what the state of the science is? I mean, have you considered, for instance, reading Stephen Hawking's books, which I understand are very accessible, or maybe Richard Dawkins' recent book, The Greatest Show on Earth?
Yeah.
Which explains evolution in a lot of detail.
Or Lawrence Krauss's book. Actually, he's got it up on YouTube. You can watch it for free.
He's got a 1 hour
it's a 1 hour
lecture,
YouTube.
which is, and then a much longer book based on it.
But it's called A Universe from Nothing. So
Right.
it's like not hard to
I mean,
Google
if
that.
you're going to go, like, you know, if you're going to say you're investigating stuff, looking into, like forums and, you know, stuff that random theologians say might not be enough. It might be easier to read the scientific stuff than you're actually thinking.
Sometimes I do look into some of that stuff, but a lot of that stuff is just like really over my head, like really complicated to understand. Especially like when I'm reading it in a book.
Have you tried Stephen Hawking?
No.
You should. He's a
pretty
good writer.
accessible. Yeah.
I think maybe I wouldn't understand the things he's talking about.
I think that you shouldn't dismiss it until you try. I mean, the thing is, when you go looking for the easy answers, the kind of stuff that, you know, that simplifies everything and makes it easy for you to understand. I mean, a good science writer will do that for you, but there is such a thing as being tempted too much to go for the easy stuff, which which appeals to the kind of thing that you want to think, instead of doing the work to find out what we've actually discovered from people who have already done the work. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I don't want to answer your question. It's just that I feel that there's some basic background that you could fill in yourself a bit better, and then maybe come back with specific questions about, well, I read about the Big Bang and I read about evolution and I think I understand this, but there's something that I don't get, and maybe come back to us with more specific questions than, like, you know, what is the Big Bang?
Well, no, I saw a program about the Big Bang,
Okay.
and what I got from it was that there was something here at one time,
Right.
and somehow it changed into the universe that we know today. Is that right?
Sort of, but that's pretty oversimplified.
But
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that like the universe created itself, or that there was something already here that became the universe?
Well, I guess my question to you would be, why do you think the universe needed to be created?
Well, if you don't think the universe was created, then you're of the opinion that the universe was always here. So then you have to believe that something can come from nothing.
No, because an act of creation implies that there was some intentional thing that happened, and I don't know that that's a justified conclusion.
Not necessarily, because if you had just a natural occurrence which the universe came from, you could say that the universe was created because of that occurrence. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was deliberate.
I wouldn't use that term. I would say that the universe came into being or came into existence.
Okay.
So
Right. I mean, like, you know, if a bunch of rain falls into a hole and there's a puddle there, would you describe that puddle as having been created?
No, but I'll say
so
it
you
came
wouldn't.
into being.
Okay.
But it would have had to have come into being from something else. Like the rain is what made the puddle come into being.
Right, but you wouldn't describe the puddle as having been created then.
No, I probably wouldn't use that term.
Okay, that's why we wouldn't use that term for the universe. It's not that, I mean, it's not that the universe couldn't have been created. It's that saying what created the universe sort of biases your expectation of what the answer is before you've had a chance to fully consider all the options.
Okay, I understand. But I use the word the phrase came into being. The universe came into being.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that it came into being from something else, or do you guys think that the universe was always here?
I accept the Big Bang as the leading explanation for how
Right.
the universe came to exist.
And one of the things that you ought to understand about the Big Bang is that, in a sense, like when you have this very super dense ball of stuff, you know, the universe, the way that we understand the laws of physics has some limitations. Like, for instance, we only found out in the last century that things that we think are the laws of physics change significantly when you have something going so fast that it's almost the speed of light, or something that's so small that it's you know, the size of an electron. You're familiar with that a bit, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, you know, at light speed,
That's the fastest
stuff we
you
used
go.
to think, like Newton's laws of motion, like force equals mass times acceleration, you know, things get warped when they're going really, really fast. So we have the same kind of problem looking into what happened near the beginning of the Big Bang. Basically, when things get packed into a very small, dense area, we don't know how they'd behave. And there's actually several different ways to think about it. Jen mentioned Lawrence Krauss's lecture about a universe from nothing, which suggests that actually weird stuff happens where particles and antiparticles pop into existence all the time, and the universe may actually really have come from nothing for no reason. But that's just one idea that people have. I mean, there is the possibility that something, you know, that sort of a metaverse that exists outside the universe but contains the rest of the universe did exist forever. The problem is, we don't know. And it's not that we don't know any possibilities, it's just that there are too many possibilities and no way to test them. God is one hypothesis that people throw out there, but that's actually one of the least useful ones that anyone suggested, because, you know, that's absolutely impossible to test, and it seems to fly in the face of evidence we've already got.
Okay, so Dan said that what brought the universe into being. Do you think that the universe, like the Big Bang, came out of nothing, or do you believe that there was something there that had been there forever?
This is the part where you need to take some time to understand what the Big Bang actually says. So I recommend that you go investigate that.
Yeah,
You're not
seriously,
answering my question,
Hawking's book, what is it? I can't remember the latest
Yeah,
one.
I can't remember.
Well, no,
Sorry.
because it's an easy
brief
question.
A Brief History of Time
Brief
is
History
like
of
10 or
Time.
20 years old or so.
Yeah,
there's a recent one that he wrote, but check him out on Amazon. See if you can get through some of that book and then call back.
Well, wait, hold your horses a minute now. I just want to know if you think that there was something here before the Big Bang happened. No.
I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know?
Right.
Okay. Can I ask another question, or have I been on too long already?
Go ahead with one more. I'll try to keep it quick, though.
Okay, well, another thing that keeps bringing me back to God is evolution. Now, I believe in evolution, and I actually think that supports God, because I see, like, design there. Like, say, a long time ago, you were living on an island, and there was no food on the island, and you had to swim to another island to get food, and then come back. But there were monsters in there that were trying to eat you, and so you had to keep swimming back and forth and trying to avoid the monsters. So after time goes by, eventually you start to evolve, and you start to get, like, fins and gills.
No.
It
so
doesn't
that you
work
can
like
go
It doesn't work that way.
faster.
No.
Nope.
And it doesn't work that way?
No.
No, you've got it wrong.
You need to read Richard Dawkins' book, too.
Or, I mean, if you want something brief, go to talkorigins.org and look up something like Evolution 101 or Introduction to Evolutionary Biology,
But
is I think
based
what the
on the
article
things
is
that
called.
I've seen already, that is what it seemed like it was to
Okay,
me.
No, that's
you
not
need
how it
to
works.
try again, because
Okay,
that's
well,
not right.
Can you tell me how it works then?
If you go to Talk Origins,
Yeah, but
they'll walk you through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's too long
just-
and too basic to give this to give a whole scientific introduction to it, and I think you should read the article.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Well, wait a minute. I want to say just one more thing. What exactly is an atheist-friendly person?
An atheist-friendly
Somebody
person?
who hangs around with atheists and is nice to them, even if they're not
Yeah.
an atheist.
Okay, because I'm not an atheist,
Okay.
but
Yeah, we got that.
I can always come and visit you guys down at Threadgills, right? Sometime.
Sure.
Because
Just
I live in Pennsylvania, so
Okay.
it's kind of far. But if I'm ever in the area, I can always stop by and have a
if you
drink or
think
something
you
with
would
guys.
enjoy that, but I'd have to warn you that people at dinner don't want to get into these kind of long arguments a lot of the
Yeah.
time. So,
Well, then I'll try to find you two guys, because I think you're the nicest hosts.
well,
You know,
thank you
I-
very much.
I won't talk to you about this at dinner either.
Okay, then maybe you're not as nice as I thought.
Jen's very nice, but she has standards.
Is it okay if I send you some pictures that
No.
I took of the ghosts that I saw?
No.
No.
I can't send you
I
pictures.
don't want
No.
my inbox filled up with that stuff.
No.
Sorry. Go buy yourself a website and post it there and send us a link.
Will you look? Okay, will you look at the link?
Maybe.
If you see
Okay.
Stotch Barn Adventures
Yeah.
at yahoo.com.
Okay.
That's me.
All right.
Stotch, have a good day.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Email
Bye-bye.
that. Bye.